He's pressing the button that says stream to YouTube. Because if he claims that he's starting YouTube and it was started freaking 15 years ago, that's very weird.
You don't even know.
Very weird.
You have no idea.
I have no idea what he is talking about. I hope you guys do.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fantastic Thanksgiving.
Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh shoot, this one hasn't even started.
What's crazy?
So first off, we have over the Thanksgiving holiday. We're just debating. Should we post on Thanksgiving? A stupid little debate. Should we post? Should we not post? Should we post? Should we not post?
Did you guys want us to post?
Well, here's the key. Evidently, they
live.
really, no, post, just a post. Because, yeah, we posted Thanksgiving. Okay, keep me up to speed of who's in.
We posted on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we did. We posted on Thanksgiving.
What's up, Liz?
Crazy
Allie?
traction. What's up, Allie?
Dilly sauce.
Dilly sauce. What's up, Dilly sauce? One of my
James?
favorite people to see in the house. So we decided, hey, should we post on Thanksgiving? Should we not post? Should we post? So we decided to post, and we posted. And then, dude, 447,000 views so far on this one video. You can go to the account and see 447,000 views. Crazy, just crazy. So anyway, we posted. It's kicking ass, taking names. Great news. How was your weekend,
Hoss?
dude?
What's up, Barbara?
So what are the rates today? What are the rates today? Got my coffee. I'll be all jacked up on Mountain Dew here pretty soon. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. All jacked up on Mountain Dew. Dude, last Friday, or was it last Wednesday, we went live for a little bit. And then when we went, there was like immediately 600 viewers right away. That's like pretty girl numbers. We're not that thing.
I am.
You are.
You're not.
Okay. Maybe
let's go to the fans.
maybe I'm hurting.
Hey,
maybe I'm hurting our Troy McCleary is the GOAT of loan officers. Is Troy. They say, is Troy McCleary the GOAT? Dude, you shouldn't call any people names. They're calling him a GOAT.
What's he going to call him next?
People,
a pig?
A cow, a goat. Why do you want to do that,
donkey?
man? That's not a good idea. It's a nice place. We try and talk to people. Cool.
Be nice.
Be nice,
Seamless.
man. Be nice. It's always LOs, huh? It's always LOs. So what do we got? Fed. The minutes came out from the Fed meeting, and they said, we're probably not going to increase interest rates. And we're probably not this on the December 13th. They're not allowed. They can't say we're done increasing interest rates. They can't say that, because if they do, immediately the market will respond like that, and they don't have inflation under control like they need it. So before they can do that, they have to really have inflation under control. But it is getting under control. Rates came in today. 6.125 FHA 30-year fixed. That's on the New American Funding website. That is not my quote to you. And we have 6.625 conventional. So what do we got? Is there a difference?
No.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's different dates.
Yeah. Got to be accurate.
So if you're buying a house, if you're thinking about, dude, we don't have a maid.
Dude, I got effects going on
You got effects
on our show.
Do you? What's going on? Was that a special effect?
Yeah, it's a special effect.
That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. So,
Try this one.
is this a good time to buy a house? Is it, dude? Why are you throwing shit all over the place?
Because they thought it was coming.
You gotta pick it up after
like,
the show. People are gonna think like we're ballers and we got maids coming in and cleaning stuff up. No, we gotta pick that shit up after the show. He's like him. No, him. So, is it a good time to buy a house? Kind of getting to be that really weird sweet spot, because the interest rates are coming down a bit, just a bit.
What's up, Mary?
Then once they come down enough, then there's going to be there's pent up demand, and a lot of people are going to come in and buy houses. We know it's going to happen. There's no gray area with it. This is like,
well, Married Creations, so this is your first time here. Welcome. Just to let you know, we talk about mortgages. If you have questions about rates, about programs, about buying a house, we're loan officers, licensed loan officers in all states except New York. We can now do Hawaii. So, Mary, if you have any real estate questions or anything real estate, let us know. All of you out there, let us know. But Mary's new. We got to bring her up to speed.
What's up, Mary?
So, yeah. Fed news, pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy, and they're pausing. It's like 98% now that they are not going to increase the rate. So 98% that on the next FOMC meeting, which is December 13th, and we watch these numbers very closely. So December 13th.
So what do you expect from that? What do you think's going to happen once that news comes out?
Well, there's two real big things that are happening. One of them is quantitative tightening. So quantitative easing is what happened in the pandemic. They just started printing money. And stupid. They were stupid when they were doing it. My opinion, these guys have their job because they have their job. But they were just printing money like crazy. That's quantitative easing. They're just out of nowhere. But now they have to call that money back. And how do they call that money back? Through quantitative tightening. Quantitative tightening, they've pulled back over $1 trillion in the last 3 months. And the way they do that, quantitative tightening, they just don't go in the market and buy bonds like they normally do. So they call the money back, which in turn affects the overall economy and the interest rates. Interest rates this morning, 6.125.
There you go.
6.125. So that's what's happening, man.
Geo 5.7.
Geo.
He said, my realtor wants me to start applying for mortgages, but I don't know where to start. I thought she did that.
That's a good question.
That is a very good question. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Realtors find you the house, negotiate the deal, okay? They also protect you from a lot of things.
Yes.
And then there's financing is the other side. So they're two separate camps. Explain it to him, Lee.
So you need both, and they both have to be pros. You should not get a brand new loan officer and a brand new realtor unless they have a mentor. If they have a mentor, then the mentor, you're actually doing business with a mentor at that point. But your realtor will find you the real estate, and they do the house shopping. They know the market. They know what's going on. They know the new builds. They know the community. They know what's a good deal, what's not a good deal. The lender qualifies you to get the loan. Now, a good realtor, in my experience, will never take you shopping unless you're pre-qualified. Here's why. Because if you go out and you find this beautiful $500,000 house, I mean, you fall in love with it. And then you've been shopping, you fell in love with it, you don't even want to see other houses. And then they finally send you to the loan officer. The loan officer says, hey, you're qualified for $425,000. And now, as the shopper, you're saying, but I really wanted 500, and there's no way that we can get you to 500, you're at 425. Now what happens is you're like, well, I guess I could start looking for cheaper houses, but your spirit is already broken before you even started. And that's a big deal, because if your spirit gets broken, you're like, well, we'll try again in 6 months or a year or whatever. If a good realtor had you get qualified prior to, you'd have never looked at that $500,000 house. You'd be looking at 425. You'd fall in love with 425, and now you can actually buy the house that you fell in love with. So that's kind of the reason that you need a good realtor. There's a lot of other reasons too. When a realtor walks through a house, they're looking for colored ceilings that are one that's too white, and the other rooms are all not so white. Why? Because that means a roof leak. I've learned this by talking with realtors. They're looking for cracks in the paint. Why? Because that's a foundation shift. They're looking for like water spots that are old. I walked in with a realtor one time, and they said, oh, there's a problem there. And I said, how do you know? I said, see that dried water spot? I'm like, yeah, but it's dry. Yeah, they dried it. And it's not the first time, or it wouldn't have left a stain. Yeah. And I'm like, what does that mean? And they said, well, it could mean plumbing leaks. It could mean air conditioner problems. It could mean a lot of things. So a realtor has a special set of eyes. It's not just open the door, take a look at the house. There's a lot more to that than just going. Anyway, keep going.
Gio said, does being pre-qualified mean getting credit ran? So pulling your credit. When you're getting qualified and you're borrowing money and you're saying that you should be able to borrow this money, yes, your credit will get pulled. It does not impact you negatively. If your credit is bad, your scores are going to be bad. If your credit is good, your scores are going to be good. But Gio, there's two things you need to do. You either need to call or text one of these numbers right now.
Okay? Do it right now.
Just text TikTok, because you're on TikTok. And whatever platform you're on, if you're interested in getting a mortgage, screenshot this right now. Text either Lee or Chris. Text TikTok or IG or FB or wherever you guys are at, YT, and let us know that you're interested in getting pre-qualified. Or if you're on TikTok, all you have to do is go to our link above that says stand.store. Go to our stand store link, and then inside of there's a place where you can fill out an application to get your process started. Okay? And then Marie is in Texas, Hempstead, Texas.
Texas. We love Texas. We do a lot of loans in Texas. Marie, are you looking to buy a house? If you are, you need to call us. Small fact, my primary residence is in Texas. I actually have a Texas driver's license. I have a secondary residence in California. I go back and forth between the two. I love Texas. I know a lot about Texas. Call me. We'll help you out.
Now, TT says she wants to buy in Maryland. Give her a big fancy thing about Maryland.
Maryland. Oh, we love Maryland. We love Maryland.
As a matter of fact,
we do loans in Maryland. We do all states except New York. New York has special rules. We're not able to do it. Used to be Hawaii and New York, but we just got blue skied in Hawaii. Blue sky's my old school stockbroker talk.
And Marie works at a hospital, and she opened a credit union.
You opened
a hospital opened a credit union.
Opened a credit union. It may take okay.
Maybe she runs a bank.
All right, maybe.
Let's see what Brian Valdez says.
What does Brian say? Brian. You
got a $430,000 loan on a triplex.
Brian.
7.5% rate. Thoughts? Conventional in Minnesota.
Brian, you're killing it. If you got a triplex, and what that means is there's 3 units that can be lived in, 3 legal units that can be lived in. If you got qualified and you're living in one of them, you probably got in pretty cheap. 7.5%. That, I want you to think about a strategic refinance. You need to think about strategic refinance. When that rate goes into the 5s or 4s, that is going to be a significant savings on your monthly mortgage. But there's a cost for it. So you have to take the math in, figure out how much you're going to save, and figure out how long before you break even. It's just business. So think about strategic refinance.
Apollo Funbalale. Can a person buy a house with an FHA loan when they have a conventional loan on the first house in California? Wow.
You go.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I love it. So the answer is yes. You can buy a house FHA as long as it's your primary residence. I'll give you an example. So you're saying that you have a house in California, which I'm guessing you're going to move out of California. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know that. But let's say you're
Why do you guess that?
Because she said in California.
There's a lot of people moving out of California, man. There's a lot of people moving out.
That's what I mean. I think she's leaving the state.
Yeah, maybe.
So if she's going to, like, let's say Arizona, okay? You can buy FHA, absolutely 100%, if that's going to be your primary residence.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're in California, you can do the same thing. You just have to justify the move, okay? Not that hard. Very easy, as long as it's your primary. You got it, Gio. You're welcome.
Gio, we're here for you, man.
John, how long do you need to have a credit score to get a loan? My credit history is only 4 months old. John, are you brand new?
Are you new?
Are you new, John?
John, we think you're new. Mm-hmm. We think you're new. Do you think 4 months is going to be a problem?
I want to know what he means by 4 months, though. Does that mean that you just turn 18?
Yeah, John, we need a little more data because 4-month-old credit is not necessarily bad, although the algorithm does look for history. Part of your credit score is history, and part of it is do you have enough trade lines. I've had somebody with a really high credit score, but not enough trade lines, and they didn't get approved. We had to get them more trade lines, and then we got them approved.
So it sounds like you're probably a young person, so you should know this. You need a 2-year work history, too. So if you had a 2-year work history and 4 months worth of credit, give us a call. If you don't have a 2-year work history and you just pulled credit and you're brand new because you're a young
Dude,
person,
we got balloons.
I love
Somebody
balloons.
give us balloons. Thank you for the balloons. Instagram, that's Instagram, right? Yeah. Instagram, thank you for the balloons. You rock, you rock, you rock. We ain't got nothing on TikTok.
No, nothing on TikTok.
Dude, Instagram's our favorite right now.
So 2-year work history, let's talk about that. If
wait.
you don't have that, you're short.
John, if you are young and you need to spike your credit score, talk to mom and dad as long as they have good credit. And if mom and dad add you as a authorized user or owner to one of their credit lines, then your credit score will spike and you'll have 10 years of history, even if you're only 19.
Yeah. Apollo also said that his wife is not on the first loan, which was conventional. Remember that?
Okay.
Can she buy FHA with him? The answer is yes, as long as you guys qualify.
Yep.
Because bringing her in, you're going to have to factor that mortgage.
Yep.
What do you have already?
Let's see what we got.
Texas.
Tommy Chavez in Texas.
Tommy Texas
What's
is his
up?
new name.
What part of Texas, Tommy? Tell us. We want to know.
Nick, Nebraska.
Nebraska,
Nebraska,
Arizona.
Tony, Texas.
Dude, we got Arizona in the house too.
JL,
I
Arizona.
was in Bullhead City this weekend for Arizona.
He was in Bullhead City. Why are you
Dude,
telling me?
Arizona,
Tell
dude.
them.
I was in
Tell
Bullhead. I was
them.
talking to you,
Tell
man.
the whole
Just
world.
trying to have a conversation with you.
I don't want to talk to
because
you.
you're here. This is real
I'm
people.
not interested in the words
Hey,
you
you
have to
back
say.
off, dude. You back
I
off.
already know
Bullhead,
that.
Arizona. I was talking about Arizona. Bullhead, the river.
I work for a hospital and they have a credit union on site, so I opened an account.
That's a great idea. Hey, credit unions are very powerful. They're not banks. They work under different rules, and not all credit unions choose to get the FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA lines. They call them lines. So not all credit unions choose to do that. Some of them just lend with their own money, and they got their own rules. So credit unions are a different animal, but they're good to have in your arsenal. Cool.
She also said that her credit's only a 500.
Credit score is only a 500. Well, we got to work on that because one of two things happen. You have to bring that credit score up because 580 is FHA conventional, or you have to have a lot of money because I can buy a house, or you can buy a house, with 10% or more down. Because your credit score is so low, there's a reason. Something happened, there's a reason. We either need to fix it or you need to get a lot of cash. Simple.
Apollo
Yep.
wants to buy in Cali still. Okay, cool.
All
We
right,
can do
cool.
FHA. No worries.
Yep.
Give us a call.
Let's do it. Well,
Make
what's
sure-
the loan limit? Here's something crazy. You know what the loan limit in LA and Orange County is?
I think it's 1,080,000.
Yeah, 1,080,000. So you can buy as a first-time home buyer 1 unit.
million bucks.
One unit, 1,080,000. If you go to 4 units, it's like 1.8 million or something like that, right?
Teddy Bears looking for a bank statement, 670 FICO, 10% down payment. Purchase, Texas.
Teddy Bear, let's do it, man.
Teddy,
Bear,
Texas.
Teddy Bear in Texas. We need 24 months of your bank statements. We're
We
gonna
actually
go.
have Big Tex. Big Tex is right there.
All right, Big
What's
Texas
up, Big
here.
Tex?
Man. Well, I'm talking to Teddy Bear right now, man. Don't be rude.
It's Teddy. It's Texas Teddy. Thank you very much.
Texas Teddy, or Texas Teddy. We're gonna need 24 months of bank statements. We're gonna look at every month how much came in, how much came in, how much came in, and then we're gonna just give an average, and then we're gonna cut that in half. That's it.
And then we get you a house.
Then we get your house. That's the second thing. Cool. Big Tex here. Big Tex. What's up?
JLYG's laughing at
Dude,
me.
JLY. I think he's laughing at you. No, dude, yeah, he's laughing at you.
He even said the other
San
guy.
Diego, Normo from San Diego, California, one of my favorite places. What's that little area? That really cool ass little area by SeaWorld?
Coronado?
Yeah, well, it's not Coronado. Coronado's awesome too. But that little Seaport Village. Seaport Village is. Every time my parents come, I take them to Seaport Village.
How does first-time home buyer assistance work in California? Sylvia G wants to know.
Sylvia G, I'm about to spill the tea. Spill the tea or give the tea?
No one knows what it means, man.
I don't
it's
know,
a
man.
1930 reference.
Yeah, I'm about
We're
to
all
spill
young.
the tea for you, Sylvia G. See, I'm a poet, and I didn't know it.
You boomers are
Sylvia,
silly.
dude. Sylvia G. Sylvia G. So, first we get you qualified, and get you qualified for FHA or conventional. And as soon as you're qualified, then we find out which programs, in addition, you qualify for. Like for instance, in California, the most popular one at the moment is CalHAFA. CalHAFA, the bank has to be CalHAFA approved. We are. So then we see if you qualify for the CalHAFA program. If you do, CalHAFA steps in and literally gives you the down payment. There used to be a program where they give you closing costs. Do they still?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still get closing costs?
There's FHA, there's conventional. The programs are always changing. You can still get it.
On FHA, right? On both.
Not on FHA.
Not on
I
FHA?
haven't checked today.
On
but
conventional?
last week, no FHA.
Okay, so we can still give you closing costs if you go conventional. There's reasons why you go FHA. There's reasons why you go conventional.
You're gonna make me
But
check right now, aren't you?
first, we have to make sure that you qualify, and then you can go zero down. Cool. What do you got next? I'm
looking at the
23,
programs.
two-year college graduate with a year of employment and only 4 months with a credit score. John, first off, you're killing it, dude. Good job. 23-year, 2-year college graduate and a year of employment. If you got a degree, which it sounds like you did, and you're a college graduate, that's where I put the degree because I'm super genius, and you got it in the profession that you are working in, I'm allowed to use the time in college as work history. So your 1 year gives you enough work history. Now, we need to pull your credit and see if we can get you qualified with what you're saying is 4 months. I have a funny feeling once we pull it, it's going to be a little different.
Good fella, we are in Riverside, California.
Riverside, California. Actually, I'm located right here. Chris is located right there.
So if you can call us, you can text us, you can email us, or you can just go to the top of the TikTok and go to the stand store and fill out an application.
Good news is if you can push the buttons on your phone, you can get a hold of us. That's all it takes, right?
Bill from Florida.
Florida, what's up? Florida's in the house. Love Florida.
830 credit score, 10K down. I
used
had
to live
two
in
car
Miami.
leases and no one was prepaid and got denied. And one was prepaid and got denied. 830, 10.
830 credit score, yeah, 830. Dude, if you're 830 credit score, you kind of can base your A+ paper.
I say you're already qualified
Yeah.
based on that data. We just
Yeah.
need to figure out how much.
2 car leases.
Yeah, that might be the
Got
reason.
it. Yeah,
the
there's a
reason.
car leases are a problem, but
Average
we'll work on it.
payment right now is like $750 a month.
Dude, it's crazy. Have
That's
you
like
seen the market,
1,500
the
bones.
car market? Big car market blowing up, man.
Blowing up.
It is blowing.
Tell 'em.
So 1 out of 5 car loans in America right now is in default. Used car dealers are backing up with inventory, like backing up. And this is one of the indicators as we look at the economy, because a lot of people went out and bought cars they can't afford. They're like Mercedes, BMW, Lamborghini, whatever they bought, but they couldn't afford it. And then what's one of the first things to go when you don't have the money anymore? The car. The car is like, hey, I'm going back to my Nissan or Toyota or Honda or whatever I have, and the Lambo's going to have to go back to the people. Well, in this case, it's not always Lambo. Sometimes it's just Dodge Ram, $2,500, $100,000 truck. But these things are just piling up at. Anyway.
It's sad because you know who this is really going to affect?
Who?
Not the rich.
Right.
Not the upper middle class.
Right.
Not even middle class. The poor. It always affects the poor.
Very sad, man.
Very
Very
sad.
sad. Very sad. It's our system work, dude. The system's rigged. It's rigged. I'm telling you, it's rigged. It's rigged, I tell you. Rigged, 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 rigged. Cool. Next.
Marie. Okay, thanks. Willing to fix my credit.
Yeah, let's fix your. We can help you.
How? How are you going to help her, Lee?
So, well, there's one of them is you can call us. That's the biggest one. But if you don't call us, you can go to the top of our profile, and we actually align with the credit fix agency that will fix your credit. It's not free, of course not. But we align with somebody that will help you, or you can call us and we'll help you too.
Lee, Deb needs to know how to refi out of a reverse.
Deb, come a little closer to the camera. A little closer. Refinance. That's it. We just qualify you for a refi, and as long as you're qualified for the refi, we pay off the reverse mortgage. The reverse mortgage is a mortgage. There is a balance due. We just got to pay that balance off, and then if you did the refinance, you now have the new financing. Simple, Deb.
I want to know why you want to refi out of it, though.
Yeah.
Because reverse allows you to not make a payment if you don't want to. It also allows you to make payments if you choose. So, just curious.
The text on the TV is background.
Backwards, I think.
Background. They said background.
They did say background, but I
They
think
did
it's
say, yeah.
backwards.
Is my new car going to affect me buying a home? Yes, Norma. Norma. Can we talk? Norma, can we talk? Hey, yes, any liability is going to affect your buying power when it comes to buying a house.
When buying a house unconventional, how long must you live in it till you sell it or rent it?
You take that.
Okay, so conventional, there really isn't a time, but if you're buying with 5% or 3% especially as a primary residence, you want to be in there for about a year, but it really doesn't have a timeline. So you can walk that line a little bit, figure out when you want to rent it, but as long as you do it for a year, should be in the clear regardless.
Dude, I got some hate over the weekend. I was responding to one of these questions, and they said, how long before you refi? And we put a video out that says, usually we should wait 6 months before you refi. And one guy comes out and says, you're a liar. He says, you can refi the next day. And I sat, and before I responded, I like to think about it for a second. And I said, well, not necessarily true, because I understand what you're saying. You can buy the debt. But there's an underwriting process inside of mortgages. And in that underwriting process, they really rip your life apart. Like, where did you get your income from? Are you divorced? Do you have kids? Can you afford this life? Well, if you try to pay it, if you try to refinance the next day, the underwriter would be like, whoa. This does not sound right. That's one of the reasons why we wait the 6 months. The other one is called continuity of obligation. Gets real technical, but I sat there and I'm like, damn, this guy says I'm a liar. Dude, are you in Houston? Right now, we're in Riverside, California, and I do a lot of loans in Texas. Love Texas. My primary residence is in Texas, but right now we're in Riverside, California.
You just closed a home with a 7% interest rate and only had to pay $45 at closing.
Dude,
Good job, Corey.
that's a home run.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
Cam.
Camera.
I don't know. Cam. Maybe you can do it. Yeah, you can
You're
do
welcome,
it.
Sylvia G.
Yep, we're here for you, Silver G. I make 60 G's a year, credit score 580. Can I get a house in Houston? 60 G's. What do you come up with?
Yeah, you can buy a house. I don't know if you can buy it in Houston, but yeah, you can buy a
60
house.
G's, and then that we'll probably round that to about there.
Outer Houston, yeah. For
Outer
sure.
Houston, yeah. So here's the catch: because you have a 580, we got to find out what made that 580. 580. Remember, your credit score is not something that they just gave you. You earned a credit score. You either didn't pay your bills, or you didn't pay them on time, or you went delinquent, or something happened. So we have to figure out what happened. Sometimes it's child support, and we can't get around certain
Child
debts.
support.
Dude, child support. You ever have child support?
Yeah. How does financing work if there's 5 people in the house on title?
Creations Claw 8. So
A lot of paperwork.
that's a lot of paperwork. Can we do it?
A lot of
Yes.
credit pools.
What's the most you've done? I think we did 6, right? I think we did one with 6.
I don't recall.
I think we did one with 6 about 5 years ago. I think we did one with
Much
six
tougher.
6 borrowers, man. Everybody has to qualify. You can't use his credit and my income. That doesn't work in any world, anywhere. Everybody has to qualify. But then, yeah, can we do 5 people on it? Absolutely.
Yeah, you and your siblings, no worries. We can do that. We can make it happen. Actually, in today's environment, it's very common, guys. If you drive the neighborhoods of the local suburbs, you'll notice that it's no longer 1-2 cars in the driveway. The driveway is going to be full. The sidewalk's going to be full. In a lot of neighborhoods, you can't even see the street because there's so many cars on it. And it's because houses are expensive, and it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 incomes in order to make it work.
So expensive. So expensive.
Very common.
Yeah.
So,
But this is probably one of the better times to buy because as soon as the pause is over and the pivot starts, and again, we believe the pivot's going to happen. That's when the Federal Reserve starts dropping the interest rates. We believe that's going to happen third quarter. Beginning of third quarter, if we're lucky, end of second quarter, but I don't think we're going to be lucky. And beginning of third quarter, it's going to start going down. And once it starts going down, there's going to be an influx of buyers. This is economics 101. A lot of buyers, not so many sellers. What happens to the price? Skyrockets. It's going to be harder to get into a house, believe it or not.
I make $45,000 a year. My credit's $795. Can I get a house? Asks Nardos.
Nardos, the answer is yes. Absolutely. Credit score, very big, 795. That's great. Good job on that. The 40,000, that's just figuring out how much you can buy. And then after that, that's it. Buy a house.
Yep.
Go home.
Go home.
Dude, go home.
Go to sleep. Put up a Christmas tree.
In your house.
Put up Christmas lights. Buy a dog.
Dude, relax.
Make dinner.
You want to make dinner too?
What?
You don't know if
you're gonna
Nardo's a
make
cooker, man.
You make dinner?
You don't know if Nardo's is a cooker.
How do they eat?
360, 36,000. Dude, 36,000. Credit score is 750 in Cali. Joanna. What's up, Joanna? Joanna. I think you're asking roundabouts what you could buy, and we're going to guess somewhere between 160 and 200, somewhere in that range, maybe a little bit more, because the interest rates affect you the most when it comes to buying a house.
Now, so someone tells you, because we pre-qualify people every day, and we give them these numbers, the actual real numbers after we've pulled credit, we've mapped out their income, this is how much you can afford, and right here in California, let's say right here in our area, you give someone an approval for $300,000. What's the common response?
I can't find anything for $300,000 in California.
Who are they mad at?
They're mad at me, usually. They're mad at me. They're like, how am I going to? I'm like, I
can't get anything for that.
I don't do the. So then we tell them, hey, listen, well, you need more income. And they're like, how do I make more income? I chose to be this, and that's what my income is. And I say, okay, you can either get a co-signer, not occupant, co-borrower, or co-borrower, which is more income, or you can start a side hustle. And we actually teach people the side hustle, right? You got it right here? Do it. We teach people the side hustle.
This is for TikTok only.
Because, yeah, TikTok only. Oh, good point. Oh, we need to set those up somewhere else. So TikTok only, we teach people the side hustle. Is it easy? No, it's hard, but it's money. It's money. We made more commissions over the weekend. I haven't been able to tell you that, but we made more commissions over the weekend. Yay!
Ballin'!
Yes. Is the earth flat? I don't know. Dude,
Man,
maybe.
now I'm
Dude, maybe.
confused.
Maybe.
Commissions, Earth flat. Dude, you're going too fast.
So I just reached 32% of my conventional
Holy
loan.
smokes, Izzy. You paid a lot off.
Can I get
Yeah.
reached 32%? Can I get rid of my PMI?
I'm assuming this person knows the rules. So when you borrow money initially, okay, that's your mark. that's where they start. And if you pay that down all the way to 32% of that original number, yes, you can call and get that removed by the bank as long as you have a conventional loan. But it's going to be a pain in the butt. You do have to call them. You do have to make an effort. You should be able to remove it. If it's a problem, I don't know, there should be. Give us a call.
Dude, I want to answer this one.
All right.
Dude,
This one.
user 3418 is like, hey, this is quiet. So user 3418, come a little closer to the camera. A little closer. He says, or he or she, I want to buy a house, but I don't want it in my name. Dude, I messed it up.
It moves too
You
fast,
moved,
though.
dude.
I didn't move.
I don't want it in my name. How do I put it in a trust so nobody knows? Ooh, user 3418, you sneaky.
Actually,
You sneaky.
this exact scenario
Sneaky,
Joe
buddy.
Rogan brought up,
Yeah, sneaky.
and he's like, "Can't be done.
Yeah,
They're still gonna find it."
Sneaky. It's sneaky. 3418. Sneaky, sneaky. The only way you can do it is one, pay cash. But when you pay cash, you're gonna have to record it. And when you record it, there's going to be a name somewhere out there, but you have to pay cash. If you want to borrow money and go, hey, trust me, bro, you don't need to know who I am. Just give me $500,000. Ándale. Those Spanish. Yeah, ándale. Give me $500,000. You don't need to know who I am. Don't worry about who I am. No. I don't want it in my name. I want it in somebody else's name.
My mama name.
Yeah, I want my mama name. You don't need to know why she's my mama. She's my mama because I said she's my mama. So, no, can't do it. It's a lot of underwriting. They're really good at vetting people to make sure nobody gets. Cool. Next,
Leave and go to another state by California.
Randy.
Good advice, Randy Love.
That's happening a lot. So I was in Bullhead City. I told you this last weekend.
What were you
and
doing
that
there?
It was family, dude.
You have family?
Yeah, in Bullhead
Do
City.
they love you?
So I've been there in like 5 years, but I went there and there's so many houses, so
New?
many new
builds?
Walmarts, new builds,
Oh,
new
it's
Walmarts,
growing.
new streets, new everything, dude.
Californians.
That's what they said too. It's a lot of Californians leaving California, going to Arizona.
Joshua was balling.
Dude, 180,000 yearly income. Good job, Joshua.
Good job.
Great income.
78 G's in debt though. That's almost half your income.
How much can I get approved for? 180, dude. 180, dude. You're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of 800,000.
I want to know about that debt.
850. Yeah, that's 78,000 in debt. It could be just like he went out and bought a Ram 2500 and he goes,
maybe.
yeah, it could be, could be.
Are you leaders? Randy
Randy
wants to know
Love.
If you lead.
Are we leaders?
I think lenders. I think they meant lenders.
Leaders? Well, dude, I'm a leader. Actually,
Leader.
Leeder, leader. I'm an absolutely
Where's
leader.
my leader?
Okay, so are we leaders? Yeah. Are we lenders? Yes, we are. Loan officers. We work for a big bank. We're direct lenders for New American Funding. We also have the ability to broker. That's a lot of technical stuff, but yes.
Izzy said, use an LLC.
Yeah,
That's
use an
only gonna
LLC.
work if you buy cash.
Yeah, only gonna work if you buy cash. Ain't gonna work if you try for FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, USDA.
Wife and I have 250 G's saved.
Good for you, Jesus.
Like that. I make 90 G's a year and she makes 55. No debt. Credit scores are 800s.
800.
Lee, tell them how much they could buy.
60. Wife and I,
140,
250,000 saved.
150 grand, call it a year.
150 grand, 150. You're probably in the, well, because of that $250,000 down, 600 to 900,000,
Dude.
somewhere in that range. Yeah, because of that
Jesus.
225. Yeah, that's if you want to, Jesus.
Jesus.
You know why? Because Jesus was taken.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's all right, Jesus. You're doing okay.
Yeah, we're all right.
You're in a good spot, man. Call us.
Yeah, give us a call.
Hold on. Commercial time.
Ready for commercial time?
Yeah.
Okay, if you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer at the number on the screen. It is going to disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5.
See how it disappeared like
Yeah.
magic?
Boom. That was, dude, you're good. You should be like David Blaine or something.
David Copperfield.
Copperfield is kind of old now.
But Blaine is so sad.
Is he?
He's so quiet and
Is he?
slow. He's awesome.
Is he?
He's so quiet and slow.
All right. Who's your
Team
favorite
Sanchez.
musician now? Who's your favorite musician?
Musician?
No, I'm sorry, magician.
Magician.
Who's your favorite magician
It's
right
probably
now?
going to be Blaine.
Yeah,
It's
he's
probably
pretty good,
going
right?
to be Blaine. He's
pretty good.
Well, he's been around a long time and he's consistent. He's still going.
You know who I like because their personality is Penn Teller, and then Mind
I
Freak.
love Penn Teller.
Mind Freak, homeboy. What's his name?
He still tours, but I haven't seen him. Like he's
Yeah.
not. Chris Angel?
Oh, Mind Freak. Yeah, Chris Angel. That's it.
Yeah.
He's pretty damn good. It's fascinating to watch.
Hey!
Shit, but you know
who
what?
was the old guy that I just named?
David Blaine?
Copperfield.
Yeah, Copperfield.
So Copperfield had a buff suit.
And he had the hottest wife. I mean, sorry, never
Did
mind.
you know he had a buff suit though?
A buff suit?
Meaning he's a scrawny little guy.
No
and he would put on
way!
these-
Get the
this suit
hell
that
out
had,
of
like-
here! No
Yeah.
way!
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Someone went into his dressing
my
room. I
God.
think it was Carrot Top that outed that.
And it's like,
Oh, I like Carrot
never
Top.
mind. You meant Carrot Top?
No, I like Carrot Top.
Oh, you like Carrot Top?
Yeah.
Carrot Top's pretty good. He's like this weird category because he's really good, but he gets hated on, and I don't know why.
Well, he's not a magician though. He's more of just a comedian.
Comedian, yeah, he's more of a comedian.
I
Yeah.
messed that one up. All right, back
Okay.
to it. Team
Yeah,
Sanchez.
sorry.
Are you realtors?
Team Sanchez. Oh, I think well either that or they're a real powerful family. Like,
Oh,
orale,
or
you
the
just joined
Team
Team Sanchez.
Sanchez.
You're only 1 day old. Welcome to Team Sanchez.
I have a conventional loan. Can I put it into a land trust?
A conventional loan.
I think
Conventional
that's out
loan.
of my scope.
Well, here's the deal. You, if you got a conventional loan, you got it in a person's name, your name, whoever's name it is, but it's in that name, and the loan, the documents say that they're lending you the money. If you transfer the property out into somebody else's name, there's usually something called a due on sale clause, which means the minute you transferred it out of your name, you owe all the money. So that's something that you should think about. You have to look at your particular documents. As a rule, if it's an entity with an EIN number, it's going to trigger that due on sale clause. However, if it's a living trust rides the social security number of the trustor. So in that case, you haven't really changed it, but you put it into a living trust. A little different.
Very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
This
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice.
This is the guy you spoke to earlier. I forgot the
Okay.
topic.
User 3418.
You're gonna
I will get
hold
a hold of you if there's something we can do. Oh, dude, he's gonna get a hold of us. That's the guy who said, "Hey, can I buy it with not telling nobody?" Orale, let's do it right now.
Plus, he makes
So-
110 G's a year with no debt.
Okay, let's do it, man. I'll get a hold of you. You're gonna have to be vetted. You're gonna have to pull your credit. We're gonna have to see your income. When you buy the house, it's gonna have to go in your name. There's no secret anywhere. No matter what you're thinking, can't do it. We can't anyway. We're above board loan officers. I have an NMLS number 944254 that I'd like to protect. What's yours?
1066958.
Dude, I quizzed you and you passed. Okay.
Playing for keeps. Okay, let's
let's talk because I
I want to sell and move to another state.
What state? Playing for keeps.
This is
What
right-
state?
this is
What
right
state?
here.
What
I
state?
live
What
in the
state?
Bay Area, California, and want to move to PDX.
Where's PDX?
I don't know.
PDX.
Our
Where's
house is worth
PDX?
about 800K. What would that be?
PDX.
PD
No.
Phoenix?
Phoenix? Yeah, Phoenix maybe? Phoenix? PDX. I don't know. Maybe that's an airport. PDX. Dude, we're a little in Portland.
Dude, we're
It's
going-
Portland.
we're
I think
gonna-
you went to Portland. It's just a little further down.
We're going to back to Team Sanchez. No, I want to be the same owner and beneficiary in trust. So if you're going to trust
No,
it, that's
I-
different.
Well, again, there's different types of trust. A living trust rides the social security number of the trustor. A family trust is a new EIN number, and that's a separate entity. I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice, but I've been doing this long enough to know that there's certain types of trusts where you can put a house in, living trust, and it won't cause any problems. But if you transfer it entirely, you could have a due on sale clause triggered.
Nelson said, full-time student using post 9/11 GI Bill. Do I need to wait until I have 2 years of employment?
I think that.
No, go ahead.
Okay, full-time student, post 9/11 GI Bill. So here's the catch. If you're getting income to go to school, that is not going to be permanent income. It absolutely has a definitive end. So if it's for school income, no, can't use it. But if you're getting some type of disability that will continue for the rest of your life, yes, can use it. So we need to talk to you. Next.
So is that guy again? Yeah,
Okay.
I want to hide from the 5 ex-wives so they don't come after it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you could.
Change your name.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but our system's pretty plugged in, man.
Painkiller set for
Portland, Oregon. Portland, dude, Oregon.
So PDX means Portland?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the airport.
Okay. Is there a difference in marital status to buy a home, or be married, or still boyfriend and girlfriend? Yes.
Teenies 18, 12.
Tennis.
Tennis.
Get your tennis shoes.
Hold on, dude. That's, you can't say that.
That's my grandma.
Don't say that. You
Keep
can't say
your
it like
tennis
that.
shoes.
You can't say that.
There's a
I mean,
game.
actually, we're both brown.
Shoot.
We can say that.
Check this out. There's a game. It's really badass.
Tell
I
me
don't
the
know
game.
the name of it, but
Tell
there's
me
a
the game.
game.
Okay.
The first thing you do is you pick a language.
Okay.
And the second thing you do is you read a topic. So when you pick a language, it could be like talk like a pirate, talk like a Mexican, talk like a Jew.
Oh,
talk
dude,
like
this
all
is
that
you're
stuff.
gonna get- we need to play that game live
And
and be
you gotta
banned.
do the
We need
accent.
we need to be banned from
When you
every.
read it.
We need to be banned from every platform: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
real game.
Dude, we're gonna get banned. We're gonna get banned. Is there a difference marital status from buying a home?
USA. What?
That's
Oh,
all right.
is there a difference between marital status or being single? So the answer is in some states. In some states. In community property states, it can be a problem. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're married and your spouse has horrible credit and a lot of debt. Okay? You don't want to include that spouse? You have to if you're going to buy FHA. You have to. There's no way around it. If you're going conventional and you can afford it, you don't have to include them, but you have to if you're going FHA. If you're doing it in a state where it's not community property, you can move forward without your spouse. Now, if you're just boyfriend, girlfriend, you can manipulate that however you want. Doesn't matter.
Only marry people with 800 credit scores and really good income.
It's tougher. I've had people actually ask me, we're about to get married.
Should we buy a house first?
No!
Dude, I've had that a lot of times. We're about to get married. Is it better if we're married or not married? Sometimes.
And then they call you a year later
Yeah.
and say, we're getting divorced. We need to sell. What do
I
we
know.
do?
Dude, I have a lot of those. It's sad. Portland, Oregon. Love Portland. Love Portland. Yes, we can help you in Oregon. Phoenix.
With conventional loans, can you buy a duplex and use the income from one of the units to offset? Ooh,
That's a
good question.
fancy question.
And we just got a new program for units too when it comes to conventional. So, yes, the answer is yes. You have to live in one of them. It has to be your primary residence if you're going that route, but the answer is yes. Or actually,
So,
depending on how much you put down. I actually didn't read that correctly. So if you're buying it as an investment property and putting the right amount of money down, you can use it. If you're buying it as a primary, you can use it. So going both ways, you can actually use it.
dude, on the website today, 6.125 New American Funding. If you go to newamericanfunding.com, you'll see 6.125. That is not your quote, by the way. Your quote will be entirely different because I have to pull your credit, calculate your income, check your assets, and then we'll give you your quote. But we might be able to do better than 6.125. Maybe. Can you use an FHA loan to buy a house? Is it cheaper to buy or build in Texas? Man, that's a lot of questions. Okay, so Lalo.
What's up, Lalo?
Let's talk a little bit. Texas. Lalo from Texas, dude. Lalo.
LT.
Yep. So, can you get an FHA to build a house? For the most part, no. There is a small program, but it's really complicated. I know very few lenders who actually try and pull it off because it fails so much. Now, there's one where you can improve a house, 203K. That's complicated, but a lot of lenders do that. We do that. So technically, there is a loan where you can do it. It's a one-time program, but it's really difficult. If you're a first-time home buyer, you're far better off trying to buy a stick-built house. Is it cheaper to buy or build in Texas? Well, building is a whole process, and it's a profession. You can't just say, hey, need to pour the concrete and pass inspection. Hey, need to put the frame up, pass inspection. Oh, electrical, plumbing, roofing, everything has to pass inspection. So it's a profession. It's not something that you can just go, A or B. I think I'll do A. So if you're buying for your first time, you're better off buying a stick built unless you're a contractor. And if you're a contractor, you already know the answer. Don't ask me questions. They're just wasting our time.
I got a question from Facebook.
Good. Facebook in the house.
Tell me about construction loans for an ADU. What
Ooh.
can you tell me about construction loans for ADUs?
Okay, so if construction loans for ADUs are gaining mass fanfare. Is that a good word? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, good mass fanfare. The reason is state of California has just passed, they actually passed it a while back, but they're saying, hey, listen, if you got over an acre, we need more housing in California. So you can put an ADU on. That's bang, like that. Then the cities and the municipalities have policing on top of that. Is there financing for ADUs? Yes, and there's actually a segment of the real estate industry that is starting to cater to that segment. There's also a CalHAFA program that will give you $40,000, $40,000 to help you build the ADU. There's a catch to it though. I dug into it deep because I thought about using the money, but you have to use their general contractors, they're this, and then they kind of.
It's an insider deal?
It's an insider
Like
deal.
using the
Yeah,
mob, huh?
yeah. And you have to borrow at least $200,000 and then plus the 40, so 240, because you can't borrow like 60,000 and 40,000 of it is the gift. There's lines to this, and just like anything, it's money. It's about money. It's about money. So can you finance them? Yes, you can. It's actually a growing industry. There's workshops popping up all over the place that say, finance ADUs. We've had a lot of people approach us and say, hey, if you give us your ADU business, we'll take care of you. We get that a lot. So is it a good thing? I think it's a great thing. It's going to help with the housing crisis in California, basically across the country too. But there's a catch. Always when there's money, there's a catch. Go ahead.
Creation clause. What does a home title mean when it's community property with right of survivorship? So I usually don't get involved in this segment of the loan, but that just tells me that it's for the both of you, and the last person to die gets to live there until they die. Is that correct? Would you say that's correct?
Kind of. So when you take title, you can take it JTWROS, which is what you're talking about, joint tenants with right of survivorship, or tenants in common. I'm not an attorney, gotta tell you right now. But if you take JTWROS and you're married, well then when you pass, your spouse gets it. That's simple. Joint tenants with rights of survivorship. The survivor gets to keep it. If you take it tenants in common, then it goes what's called prosterbes, which is of the bloodline. So it goes down your bloodline, and that house, the half of the house, goes to the blood. I'm not an attorney. Don't pretend that's legal advice, but I do have to deal with how are you taking title every loan, every single loan. We have to figure out how you're taking title.
Do both owners have equal rights?
I don't understand the question.
Do both owners have equal rights? It's the same. It's the same. There's two people on title. Do they both have equal rights?
Yes.
That's the question that they asked.
Yes.
You're over here messing around.
Dude, yeah, sorry.
Go on MySpace.
Dude, MySpace is
even
badass.
stream from
Something
MySpace.
went wrong on our end. Something went wrong on their end, dude.
And we lost all our questions.
We just lost all our questions. So if you got any badass questions,
No, they're all up here.
okay, here we go. Okay, so rates are 6.125. Somebody says use an LLC. How often do you see someone not have to put anything down for a house? That's a good question, Danielle. Probably one out
Everybody
of
wants it.
Yeah, everybody wants it. Probably 1 out of 10 loans. Yeah, probably 1 out of 10 loans is a full-on nothing down. But the nothing down are not all that. There's problems with it. There's silent seconds, or the interest rate's very high. There's reasons. We usually try and talk people out of them, and it's like the digital hustle. I'm not trying to talk you into digital hustle. But if I can't talk you out of it, then you'll probably succeed, because you're the guy that will succeed no matter what. And the down payment program, I try and talk people out of it, but if I can't talk you out of it, you probably get it.
It's kind of like MLMs. I mean, the truth
Yeah.
is, there's the people who get stopped in MLMs, and there's the people that become really rich.
Yeah.
It's still not a good thing, but they
Yeah.
get really rich.
Yeah.
So I have my first home last year, and I want a second home. What income I need?
What income I need?
What income I need?
You need the income in order to justify both homes.
What that is?
Well, what that is?
Tell me now.
Damn, you got vicious. You got
Is that vicious?
Yeah, it's a little
I'm a good
vicious,
actor,
dude.
huh?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's a little vicious. So if we do something called rent-a-meter, and we figure out how much your house will rent for, and if we can show that it rents and washes, then your income going forward, we just qualify you with that, and your house as rented out will actually balance itself out.
Back to the ADU, with a big
Mm-hmm.
enough property, can you build multiple?
So there's rules on the ADUs. I'm actually building one right now, and the rule that I have to follow is that it can't be bigger than the primary residence. It can only be one, and then there's an attached ADU and a detached ADU, and they're different guidelines and different rules for each one of those. So my experience is you can't build multiple. You cannot. It's a zoning situation, because I think they're trying to keep you away from growing to, like, we have someone with a fourplex trying to build an ADU. Now that turns it into a fiveplex, which is a whole different category. I think they're trying to keep that. So can you build multiple? My armchair answer is probably not, but I'm not 100%.
Are there specials for new home buyers? New as in first-time home buyers? Yes, there's programs. So not really specials, but programs. So top of mind right now, there's 3 first-time home buyer programs. There's not very many. And the benefit is 3% down.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the catch to that. It's very hard to get approved for those programs. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You have to have like great credit score, money in the bank. It's hard to get qualified for those. But if you don't get qualified for one of those, you can always go FHA. The difference, 0.5% down. First-time home buyer programs, 3% down. FHA, 3.5% down. It's a difference of 0.5%. You can get a home. No worries.
Yep.
Gabby Mackin?
Yeah.
Can you qualify for FHA if you co-sign on another loan? Yes, you can. You just got to make enough money.
Just yes. Very simple. Yes. Yes. Actually, here's something really cool. If you co-sign for somebody and it's been over 12 months and that person has made all the payments with no assistance from you, and we can prove it through their bank account, I can ignore it. What?
Like
what?
Like
I'm gonna ignore you too. All right, we're done.
You guys get it?
Yeah. See, we ignored each other. See how that works?
Didn't
Cool.
even know.
Yep. We're here for you, man. We're here for you. Okay, so we're getting close to the end here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, so you know what? We appreciate you guys. We got a freaking video with 450,000 views.
What about the old one with millions?
We
We got
got
some with
we got some
millions.
with 4 million. Yours, dude. I'm not
Millions.
happy about it that yours is the 4 million.
Dude, I am number
Dude,
one.
I'm not happy. Number one, dude. Right now, you were number one last year.
I can put this
Number
up.
one doesn't count today.
I'm year
Doesn't
after
count
year.
today. We
Year
got
after year.
dude anymore. We're going to be signing off now. I was
couple
told I
questions.
wasn't able to. My mom made it. I was told I wasn't able to. My mom has made all the payments.
Call
Hey,
us.
yeah, you got to call us. Somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about is giving you advice.
That happens?
Yeah, no way. I will be playing with you guys in 2025. We are here for you in 2025. We're going to be around 80,000 loan officers left the business. Not us. We're in it. We're deep. We're going to keep making it happen. Right?
Chris, that's
so
me.
we're wrapping up. We've been Chris and Lee. We appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you again soon.